Hi, and welcome back to Be Creative Stamping. Today I'm going to show you how to make this cute treat container using the Monster Munchies stamp set. You'll notice in my picture on the blog that I have very colorful M&Ms in the treat holder, but unfortunately they're gone, and so now I've just stuffed some Hershey nugget bars in there. Okay, so let's get started. You're going to need your Big Shot Petite purse die, alright, and a piece of basic black cardstock, and that measures 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches. You're going to roll that through your Big Shot and you will have this pattern. At this point you can go on and apply your sticky strip to the flaps on either side. Okay, so you'll need 2 of those. And now we're going to take our paper trimmer and use the scoring blade on it. And right here where you see this score line, let's see, yeah, right there. You're going to lay that score line on the 1 inch guide. So here I am, it's on 1 inch. I'm going to take the scoring blade and run it across, and now I'm going to have an additional score line. So hopefully you can see that. Alright, and now we're actually going to do some cutting. So the portion right here in the center, you'll see the score lines on either side. We're going to cut this portion out. Okay, so just lay the score line right on the cutter and cut there, and then cut again on the next score line. Alright, so now we have 2 pieces, alright, and we are going to fold all our score lines at this point. Here we go. And then we're going to peel our sticky strip off, and this may take me a few minutes. Hopefully it won't. Let's see. Alright, that's one. And what we'll do is we will go ahead and adhere this to the other box. And you'll know exactly where to put these because there's a flap for this side and there's a flap over here for the other side. Okay? And so right at this point I'm just going to join these 2 together. There we are. Alright. And now we just have to do this side. So let's see if I can get the sticky strip off. Alright. There we go. And now we will attach this side as well. Alright. So there we have it. This is now going to become the very bottom of the box. And this will be the top part where you can fill it with treats. So let's go ahead and get this down. I would probably put sticky strip along here, but for time reasons, I'm just going to use some snail. Alright? So I will apply snail right along here. This is where you would want to put your sticky strip. And I'm just going to tuck that in, just like that. And now I have my bottom. Now it's time to add our designer paper, and that's from Houndstooth and Scaring Bone. And what I'm going to do is just run some snail down this strip of designer paper. And it measures 3/4 of an inch by 8 3/4 of an inch. And I'm actually going to start it in about the middle. This will be the front of my box. There we go. Adhere that. And then we'll rub it here. You're going to have a little bit of a gap, and that's because the box is slanted. That's okay. And then you just rub that down. You can just pinch the sides when you have the gap. And just roll this on around. Let's see. There we go. And this will be the back. Okay. So there we go. Now we'll add our ribbon. And this is Lucky Limeade, and I'm just going to tie it in a knot. And I'm going to put a glue dot on the back of this. So let me get that. And we can stick it right there in the center. And we'll just cut off a ribbon at a diagonal, just like that. Alright, let's get ready to use our Monster Munchie stamp set. Here are all the images that come in this set, and we are going to ink up Frankenstein on some Whisper White. So let's get ready to do that. We are going to punch him out with a square punch. Make sure that he's inked up well and stamp him right in the middle. There he is. And we're using the 1 1/4 inch square punch. And we're just going to punch. You can see the bolts right here, but we're actually going to be punching them right off. Okay. So there we go. And now we will need some Lucky Limeade, and so we're going to use the scallop square for this and punch that out. And we are going to adhere Monster Munchies right to the scallop square. Let's see, here we go. And then we're going to add the brads. That's going to be our bolt that goes on either side of his head. And I just slide the brad down under the Whisper White paper. Okay. And I'm going to do the other side as well. There we go. We have that done. And now we're going to adhere a craft stick. And this stick is pretty long, because if I were to stick it in here, see how long it is? You can find this in a big box store, and this is just a lollipop stick. I'm just going to cut some of it off, and I am using my rubber and craft scissors to do that. Then I'll take a glue dot and adhere that to the bottom of the stick, and I'll just stick the stick right in here. And then I am going to add 2 more glue dots to the stick, to the back of the stick, or what's facing the back. And then I can take my Monster Munchies and adhere it to the back of this Lucky Limeade. Whoops, I did that wrong. Put it on the back. Let's try that again. I've stuck it on the back. There we go. And so there you have it, and you can add some treats. And just by adding treats, it'll give the little treat holder some stability, and it'll make it stand up much easier. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you'll give it a try. If you have any questions, let me know. And thanks so much for buzzing by.